find this slightly problematic. I don't think this should be something that is okay to ask to parents. Oh, this is triggering. I don't want to name my dad's grandson after someone he hates, you know what I mean? Are the dhgate videos done again? Can't find them in your channel. Yes, they are, unfortunately. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I just realized that Skippy decided to mess up my bed, so if you see him, he's just finding the comfiest spot as always. Today I wanted to do a Q&A. I do these pretty often over on my Instagram, but there's only so much I can say on Instagram stories, so I wanted to do a Q&A. This one is mostly going to be focused on my personal life, Olivia being a mom, her first year, all that good stuff. A lot of these questions I get asked a lot, so hopefully this answers them for y'all. And yeah, just like a quick little catch up. And by quick, I mean probably not. How do you balance being able to spend quality time with your husband while caring for a baby? I am very grateful that we've had a lot of help, whether that is to go on date nights, to get out of town. We were able to go to Puerto Rico, things like that. But also on our day-to-day lives, like let's say during our renovation, if we ever had to go to Home Depot or wanted to just take some time away from the house and, you know, taking care of Olivia and all that stuff, my mom, his mom, or someone would come and take care of Olivia. So I think making that time away from being parents and just being a couple is really important, at least to us. And also just hanging out with adults, with our friends, with family, without Olivia has also really helped us like stay more connected, because it can be a lot just to, you know, watch toddler videos and Miss Rachel and only talk about Olivia, or do you change her diaper, do you do this, or me, you know, saying like, do you take out the trash and do you do this? Like, it can be difficult. And I think the thing that helped out the most was moving Olivia out of our bedroom for many reasons, but we couldn't even get in bed and talk to each other because she was asleep next to us. We did that a little bit later than we should have, but once we did that, we were sleeping better, we were talking more, we just like felt so much better with each other. I feel like I don't have enough clothes for baby. What do they really need for their newborn days? Literally nothing. Literally nothing. I did a video, I'll link it below, about like newborn essentials. I cannot stress enough how little you're gonna want to mess with changing their outfit. And the only reason why you will is because they have blowouts. Only get them double zipper onesies. It's the only thing they need. You don't want to be messing with buttons. They cry a lot at that stage, and it's super hard to change them because they're like fussy and this and that, especially in the middle of the night. No. Just literally get these little pajamas from Amazon or from Target. That's it. That's all you need. What would Olivia's name been as a boy? We actually could not agree on a single boy name at all. Like at all. We had Olivia picked out since before we were engaged. We could not agree on a boy name, so it was truly meant to be. We do have a name. The problem is that this is like a family name on my dad's side, and my dad has a pretty iffy relationship with the person who has his name on his side. When we were still not sure if Olivia was a boy or a girl, I talked to my dad about it. I was like, well, Dante really likes this name. So I asked my dad, and he's like, no, like, I love that name. It's my, it was actually, so this guy that he doesn't like, he was named after my dad's grandpa, who he loved. We decided that like, well, if anything, we'll name him that. The only name that Dante like threw out that I was like semi-okay with was Mateo. I don't see myself being like Mateo's mom, you know? So if anything, it would be my family's name, which I won't say until, you know, we find out about the next baby. This question is, what is your current workout routine? And it's less of a routine and more of whenever I get the chance, I go. But it's F45. It is an interval training situation. Some days are cardio, some days are resistance, weights, things like that, and some days it's kind of like a hybrid. And the goal is to go 3 times a week. I do it with my friend. Okay, I'm gonna answer this question because I asked for questions, but I will say I do find this slightly problematic. I don't think this should be something that is okay to ask to parents in general, but this person, no hate at all. Did she have any developmental delays? Phrase goes around a lot nowadays. It's like, you know, every baby's different. Babies do things at their own time. knock on wood, no. Olivia has been, you know, hitting all her milestones according to all the apps and the things. She started crawling when she was 7 months old, around there. She started walking at 10.5 to 11 months old. The only thing that was slightly delayed for her, and it was my fault and my husband's, was clapping. And I don't really think this is considered a milestone. Maybe it is. But the reason why she didn't clap earlier and why she has like some sort of trouble like keeping her hands open, in my opinion, no doctor has told us like there's anything wrong with her or anything like that. But we used to put mittens on her for a while. Like, we probably should have never put mittens on her and just let her scratch her face and learn. But I think we put mittens on her up until she was like 2 months old or 3 months old. And because of the mittens, like her hands were always in a fist. And I feel like that's why she had trouble finding her hands and trouble, you know, actually like opening up her hands to clap. And even now I was trying to teach her how to do more, and I can tell like she still puts her hand in fist. She clapped when she was like 10 months old, thanks to Miss Rachel, and she grabs things and she has a little pinch and she grabs the fork and whatnot. But that is the only and probably one of my biggest regrets. But besides that, like, she is doing great and we're just so lucky and grateful. But like I said, some babies walk later, some babies walk earlier, some babies don't crawl, some babies do. So it's a very baby to baby situation, and I don't think we should put pressure on babies unless, you know, something is concerning or a medical professional, you know, point something out. Any tips for anyone on the fence about children? I think this is an extremely personal decision that really depends on how you see your life, what you prioritize in your life. I used to love to travel, and it's something I can no longer do as easily, or, you know, there's a lot of things to consider, and I don't personally feel like I'm the right person to give anyone tips or advice. I will say having Olivia was a really big, or being pregnant, deciding that we wanted to start a family was a huge decision, and it's something I always wanted. I wanted to be a young mom. I wanted to, you know, have kids young. I wanted to be a mom, period. It's something I always knew. Some people are on the fence. Some people don't want kids. Some people change their minds. Some people don't. We talked about it. We talked about like pros and cons, about, you know, the stage of life we're in right now. And it's something my husband and I, even before we got married, we were very clear on. I will say the biggest thing, you cannot change someone's mind. I used to know a couple, they now broke up, that she was convinced that she could change his mind and he never wanted to have kids. And it didn't end up working out for them for many reasons, but I don't think you can change anyone's mind. Only their experiences themselves can change. Actually, 2 people in my life that I'm related to, they told me that after seeing me with Olivia, it made them more comfortable to have children. So I think it's just a matter of weighing in all the possibilities, the lifestyle change, what you want. But I did see a very cute thing. Like I said, I feel like I'm not qualified to answer this question, so I don't want to like give any actual advice. But I saw a very beautiful thing on Instagram that says, yes, like pregnancy is so hard, and having these kids running around, you know, is so hard, and like all these motherhood things. But she said, but I can't wait to be 60, 70, 80 and see a huge table, I could cry, a huge table on Thanksgiving filled with my children and their spouses and my grandkids. And that was a really beautiful way to see it, because some days I'm like, one and done, like this is it. And I think about how I loved having a sibling growing up, and how, you know, pregnancy sucks and raising a child in this world nowadays sucks. But I do want to have a full Thanksgiving table. So just thinking about your life now, your, you know, the future, things like that, and talking to your partner about, their expectations, their parenting styles. We took a really interesting quiz before we even started trying, that if I find a link down below, just basically like what would you do in parenting situations. And it was a really good thing to strengthen our relationship, to get to know each other in that way. And then once we actually got pregnant, we took it again and we talked about like specifics now that we had a baby. So I feel like I didn't really answer it, but I would say just it's a personal decision, and no one, especially not in-laws, can, or like, you know, in-laws, mothers, whatever, they cannot influence your decision. It's all you and your partner and what you want to do, because you're the one that's going to birth that baby and you're the one that's going to raise it, no one else. Are the dhgate videos done again? Can't find them in your channel. Yes, they are, unfortunately. It's like, it's really not a big deal. Basically, YouTube removed one of my videos. It was reported by someone that watched it as like promoting counterfeit, whatever, I can't say it, activities. And it was my understanding that you could review, you could, you know, post these videos as long as you didn't promote the sale of these products by linking them, which I've never done on my channel. After that, a few more videos got removed that I did recently, and I just decided it's not even worth it anymore to, you know, get copyright strikes and, you know, potentially lose my channel over these videos. So I know a lot of you love them, but what I decided to do, just like as an executive decision, is to only do them on TikTok and over on my Instagram. So I'm very, very sorry, but I would rather do that than completely lose my channel. So yeah, they are done for, at least dedicated ones. I will here and there review in favorites videos and haul videos some things that I've gotten recently, but I will not be doing bestsellers, only over on my Instagram, and I will not be doing like dedicated dhgate hauls. Have you started saving any special items, clothes, jewelry, etc. to gift to Olivia one day? So actually, yes. So I saved all of my sorority, fraternity, and LSU t-shirts that I got throughout college, because not that I want to put any pressure on her to go Katie or to go to LSU or anything like that, but I thought it would be pretty special for her to have, because it was really special to see friends when I was like in Katie get their moms hand-me-downs when they were like in Katie in the 80s. So I thought that was cool, so I started doing that. I have so many t-shirts that I refuse to get rid of and I refuse to wear because I don't want to ruin them. And then I have a few special occasion dresses that I saved for her, clothes that I am obsessed with, that I don't wear anymore, wouldn't wear again, but that I know like she would look so cute on when like she's the age that I was when I wore them. I'm not like a timeless jewelry person. I'm more of like an Amazon jewelry gal. Oh my god, I cannot speak English. And I've been saving like letters, things like that, just more meaningful things to me that I want her to have. And then obviously the time capsule that we did, I just kind of want to write her letters to put whenever she's like at certain stages, so I can remember her. Like the advice that I give her is like to a daughter that I don't know yet. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I wrote her a ton when I was pregnant, things like that. I just love letters and just like written things. Like my grandparents, I'm gonna cry, wrote me one when I got baptized. Oh my god, am I okay? That I still have. It's framed and it's beautiful, and it's just like all of their wishes for me. And they wrote it when I was a baby, and both of them are no longer here. So I just want her to have like a ton of like physical things. Oh my god, because you know, nowadays the whole world is like so digital, so I want her to have those like special things and like her baby blankets and things like that, but I'm not okay. Oh my god. Do you want more kids? I always get this question. Yes, you know, God willing. It was hard for a hot second there when Olivia was going through leap 5. I was like, this is it, like one and done. I don't want any more kids. Not really anytime soon. My goal this year was not to be pregnant. Like I don't want to be pregnant for an entire year and then we'll discuss. So if anything, it will probably happen next year. God willing, and I just really want to enjoy my baby, which I did, and now my toddler, and just give her like my full undivided attention, have her be independent, and then start over, because I want her to understand what's going on. I don't want to just have 2 under 2. I don't think I could do that. Just like selfishly, I know for a fact I'm not ready, and I'm gonna have to sacrifice like either my job or cleaning the house or being a good mom or whatever, and I just don't want to do that. So whatever happens, happens, but right now I would say probably next year we'll talk about more kids. Oh, this is triggering. Just kidding. How are the house renovations going? They're not going, in case y'all couldn't tell. Basically, Dante and I have been doing like little projects here and there that we can do. Yesterday, we actually had a pretty in-depth meeting, my husband and I, of what we're gonna do about the house just in general. So Dante got a ton of tools and he's been learning how to do certain things. So we decided that we are going to finish all these like smaller projects. Like we need to redo my closet's flooring, move my closet downstairs. We're gonna turn that room into a playroom for Olivia, and then right, finally, like this was supposed to be a playroom, and then the inside of the house was supposed to be a playroom, and now we're here. But yeah, we're gonna turn where my closet is into a playroom, and then he's going to remove all the carpet from the stairs, put down like wood there, and then fix the hallway, which is why I don't want to do an entire house tour yet, because it's definitely not ready. And then we are almost done with the powder room. That was like a little project. And then we are almost done with Olivia's bathroom, another kind of like little project, like wallpaper, new fixtures, new mirrors, but nothing like too crazy. We're gonna fix the kitchen. In case you haven't watched that video, basically our contractor towards the end kind of screwed us over with the kitchen, so we need to fix that because it's really driving me crazy. So these are like smaller, more cosmetic renovations, but the big thing is next year, we talked about this last night, next year we want to do the framing and the insulation for the addition that we had planned to do. We need to go through a builder company, so it's gonna be way more expensive than a contractor, but it's just gonna be so much better. We already learned the hard way that these independent contractors could be great, but could also screw you over, and then you have no insurance, nothing to cover it, nothing to fix it. He's kind of like MIA, so there's truly nothing we can do there. So we're just gonna wait until next year, give it a little bit more time, do a lot more research, save that money, and then we'll go from there. But for the most part, the house renovations are not happening right now, and honestly, I couldn't be happier about it. It was a lot. Like, it went from December to April, no, to July, because that's when they poured the foundation. So more than half of this year has been renovations, contractors, people, and I'm done. I'm done for now. Anything that we can do ourselves, we will do. And I really want to learn how to work certain tools, but besides that, it's gonna be a DIY situation until 2023. So guys, I think that's everything for this Q&A. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs. I swear to God, I cannot speak English. I need to chuck this because Olivia's about to wake up from a nap. If anyone sees me like looking over there, it's because I'm watching the monitor, because I didn't want to put the sound that annoys everyone. So yeah, I need to chuck this because I cannot speak English. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I like to do these every so often. I do them a ton on my Instagram, like I said, so definitely follow me on there if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. I'll talk to you guys very soon in my next one. Bye.